Pittsburgh was awesome. It's actually kind of a similar feel. Really cool people. It's cold though, but everyone continues to be so warm, even in the freezing moments. I would just be such an asshole if I had to deal with the cold all the time. And so it was, it's a really cool city. Yeah. The audition process is pretty much the same thing for every part. You go in, you audition. If the casting director likes you, they bring you back for the director. If the director likes you, you bring you back for producers. It's the whole process. But this audition process was a little different just because it was super comfortable. I went right away. I knew the casting directors really well, so right away I met Stuart, and Stuart and I ended our audition with him giving me this huge hug, and I was going for Ellie, so I was crying in the scene because I was super scared, and he like wipes my tears away. He's like, "It's okay." And in that moment, I kind of was like, I called my manager and I said, "This is a project that needs to happen." I just felt like I really connected with this director, and I did, and when we got on set, everyone, I've connected with everyone, and it was a really great group of people, and we had a lot of fun, and I think you can really see that while watching the film. This movie doesn't take itself too seriously. It invites you to laugh at it, because we're laughing at ourselves. So it has such an element of fun. And I know there are lots of slasher movies that do have that element of fun, but this movie, it's not silly fun, it's not stupid fun, it's really dark, witty humor. And I think it's going to draw a more intelligent crowd because of that. And I think a lot of people are going to appreciate just how creative the script is. Even the death scenes are super creative. You've never seen people die like this before. This movie is so good. It really is. It's so much fun to watch. And it's so stimulating. You're laughing. You're so scared. The direction, the director, Stuart Hendler, is a genius. And these shots, especially the opening shot you'll see tonight, is one of the best opening shots I have ever seen in a film. It was a compilation of 3 shots. It's super complicated. I can't even get into it. And also the score. Lucien is the composer of the film, and I had a running joke with him that he's been the composer for my life all along. And so we have every single person who worked on this film had a real passion for it and had a lot of fun with it, and we all put our A game into it. And I don't think a lot of people do that with slasher films. They just kind of write it off like, okay, another slasher film. We didn't see it that way. We saw this as a real gem, and we respected the shit out of it. So I hope you do too. I play the head sorority girl. Okay. She's mean. She's real mean. She's kind of takes mean into this whole new level. It's like, how mean can I be? It's almost creative. One of the lines is, "You make being a bitch an art form." And it's true. I truly, in this movie, take bitchiness and make it somewhat creative. It's so funny. Yeah. Being the mean girl was amazing, and it was actually so therapeutic because I got to say and do things that I'm never allowed to say and do, and I would never do it just out of the integrity I have for other people, but to lose all integrity for people, it's oddly therapeutic. The exact opposite, actually. I initially read the script and loved Jessica, but they kept sending me in for different roles, not thinking I could be the Jessica type, just because I'm not at all. And so I was determined to get this role, and now I did it, and I watch it, and it's like, okay, I've done it. I don't have to do it again. We don't have to put myself through that, because it was a very painful process. Like I said, a lot of celery. And unfortunately, I developed like a horrible indigestion problem and was farting the entire time because of all the vegetables I was eating. So it was a painful process for everyone. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it again. But you know, it's a one-time thing. So
you can be a heavy bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I can be a normal-sized bitch. That's then from now on. I think these girls who are super thin and really focus and count calories, I have a whole new respect for, because I don't understand how it's worth it. It's a really difficult life, and every time they brought out platters of like amazing food, I was like, oh, I hate being a sorority girl. I hate wearing lingerie. I want to be in sweatpants and eat, you know, pizza and cupcakes, and so I don't think it's ever going to happen again. So please enjoy what you see on screen now. It is a character piece in its own way. We're not all the same girl walking around in scantily clad clothes, dying off one by one. We all have individual personalities. They're quirky characters, and it really dives into the almost bizarre insanity of some sorority girls and that world. And I think, obviously, they are an easy target, sorority girls, unfortunately. And I hope they have a sense of humor about it, because we do poke fun at them. But it's not in a malicious way. They're over-the-top characters, and we say that right off the bat. These are fantastical, over-the-top characters.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they do the viral where you actually see.
This is a slasher movie that you have a person in this film that you relate to,
right.
Whether it's the Jessica character, the Ellie character, the Claire character, the Cassidy character, the Chugs character. We have someone for you, and it's a female-driven script, and so I think both men and women will be able to appreciate it, because I ate a lot of celery to get myself looking good in lingerie. And so I hope the men will appreciate it. But I also tried to keep an element of amazing bitchiness for all the ladies to appreciate. And you love to hate me, and you love to see me go. So cool. She is a really amazing woman, and I had no idea how amazing she would be before I met her. I kind of assumed that she would either be pretentious or she would be crazy. She's just this super down-to-earth, really intelligent woman, and if you haven't read her books yet, buy them now, because you will be on the floor rolling laughing, and it really goes to show how witty she is. She's a very humble woman. She accepts her role in whatever that is. I'm sure she has many different roles on sets, and her role for this particular set was to be an actress and to play a house mother, and she accepted that role graciously, and was incredible in the role. I would say wearing a bustier every day. They're so uncomfortable. You can barely breathe. They make you look real good. They make your waist look way smaller than it is. My waist is not that small, just for the record. I was in immense pain to make it look that small. And I'm a sweatshirt, sweatpants kind of gal, and so I would say pulling off the wardrobe was really difficult. I left that all up to Brianna Evigan, who, by the way, is amazing at that stuff. I anyone reading this, if you have an action film, cast her. Was incredible at that. And so luckily I didn't have that as much just because I'm not as great with the physical stuff. But I did have a cat fight, and that was fun. I did that. We did have to use some stunt doubles.